I always had questions about God and the Bible. When I was in my first year of college, I wanted to find a church that could help me get answers and grow my relationship with God. I remember I would hop on my bike and check out a new church every Sunday morning. It was fun to explore, but also disheartening after a while when none of the churches could give me what I was looking for. A friend had recommended a Bible study, and I thought I would give it one more try. I ended up checking out one of their Friday night events, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Shincheonji really offers an understanding of the Bible. I appreciate how they base everything off the scriptures rather than their own interpretation. Many of the churches I have been to rely on various interpretations to explain the Bible. In one of the small groups I sat in on, we read a passage of scripture and everyone shared what they felt it meant to them. When it was my turn, I was completely blank. I really had no idea, and I just wanted to know what the Bible has to say for itself. I found that this Bible study has been able to give me that understanding. We go through a lot of verses in one lesson, and it has been so rewarding seeing the 66 books of the Bible finally connecting together. It is sad to say, but there are so many books of the Bible I didn't even know existed. After learning at Shincheonji, I can confidently say I can pronounce them now. The church also has great leaders whom I admire and respect. Something I noticed right away was how the staff was always eager to serve. No one was telling them to attend to this person or help with that task. They just did it out of the goodness of their heart. I can see that they were doing their best to live out the teachings of Christ in loving and serving one another. I really admired seeing the servant leaders leading by example. Something I also noticed was how well versed they were in the Bible. In the past churches, I went to the staff for answers to a question I had, but I only walked away with more questions. When I approached one of the mentors here, I walked away with a whole list of reference verses to explain the answer. I have also been able to attend various volunteer events through Shincheonji. Christ teaches us to be a light to the world. Everyone at this church is certainly doing that. Over the past few years, I have had so much fun lending a helping hand in my local communities through the volunteer events the church organizes. One of my favorite memories would probably be when we restored an old park. Everyone grabbed paintbrushes, shovels, and gloves to beautify the park for the local residents to enjoy. If you want to rise bright and early on a Saturday morning to make a difference in your community, Shincheonji is a group you'd want to be a part of. I'm really thankful to say that Shincheonji has offered me a wonderful family of believers. I felt very isolated in my first year of college, having moved to a new town and needing to figure out everything on my own. I wanted to find a home away from home, and I was able to find that here. I vividly remember that at the first event I went to, everyone in the room was just laughing and smiling. It was such a happy sight, and everyone just seemed like a family. I wanted to be a part of it too. Luckily, everyone was so welcoming and introduced themselves to me. It has been about 4 years now since that night, and those strangers have now become my brothers and sisters. I'm especially thankful to my small group sisters who have helped me on my journey. They keep me accountable for studying the Bible and putting God first. They're also just there for me when I'm struggling with anything. Whether that is praying with me when I'm at my lowest or cheering me on when I overcome hardships, my sisters are always there. It has been hard not being able to gather, but I just know it will be so joyous when we can all gather again. Looking back, I first joined Shincheonji with barely any knowledge about the Bible and just knowing a few people in my community. Now, I have learned so much and formed so many valuable relationships. I even have the desire now to teach and carry out missionary work in the near future. I hope to give others the same experience I was lucky enough to receive here. Just as my friend recommended the Shincheonji Bible study to me, I now recommend it to you too. Here, you will gain an understanding of the Bible under leaders who lead with wisdom and a heart of care. You will also find yourself being a bright light to the community and growing alongside the beautiful brothers and sisters of Christ. I hope everyone can see Shincheonji for how it really is.